Governor, first of all, we hear about all these other people. What about you? I know in the past you told our own Eric Bolling at one point that you were offered something, but it wasn't quite right. Are you still in the mix? Can you tell us what kind of job you'd like?
Well, that's just it. You know, I didn't do anything I did to help Donald Trump get elected because I was angling for a job. I just want a better country for my grandkids. And so, you know, whether or not there's some other position that he wants me to consider, it doesn't really matter that much to me. I'm glad he's moving forward with some excellent picks. And frankly, I think he's handling this transition in a very brilliant way and surprising a lot of his critics.
Now, I know you don't want to tell us what you were offered because, nobody wants to be second fiddle and somebody's going to be offered the same job. But can you tell us what kind of position? I mean, are you looking for something internationally? Are you looking for something domestic? What?
Well, as I say, David, I'm really not looking for anything. If there was something that he asked me to do that I felt like would get me up in the morning with a great deal of excitement, you know, you have to look at that. But at this stage of my life, I'm not looking to add a title to my name. I'm not sitting around saying, gee, nothing I'd love to do more than work for the federal government.
All right.
So it's just not something
Mike,
that
I love
I'm there.
I just have to tell you, we got some breaking news that just came in. I want you to get your reaction. Donald Trump today announcing that during a meeting with former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani held on November 29th, Mayor Giuliani removed his name from consideration for a position in the new administration. Does that surprise you?
Well, in many ways it does. I mean, Rudy has had a very successful private sector career, and he may not just want to give it up right now. The one thing that one can say about Rudy, he's been incredibly loyal to Donald Trump, and whether or not he's in the administration, I think he and hopefully will be a voice that Donald Trump will listen to and call upon for advice. And I think there are a lot of us who don't necessarily want federal jobs who certainly want to be a part of being an informal advisor. And frankly, you can do a lot more when you aren't getting a paycheck because you can be brutally honest and you're not worried about getting fired.
And actually, sometimes you can do a lot more by not having the top position. Let me give you an example. Some people, we're hearing from our sources at Fox that John Bolton, who we like a lot here at Fox, he's on our shows all the time, that he may get the second-tier position in the Secretary of State. He may be the number 2 man. Now, from my experience, what does the Secretary of State do? He goes around the world and shakes a lot of hands, but it's actually the number 2 guy is the one who does all the nitty-gritty, puts together the programs, deals with the bureaucrats in Foggy Bottom, gets things done. What do you think of Bolton in the number 2 job at Secretary of State?
I think it could be terrific. John Bolton knows where the fog is in Foggy Bottom. And frankly, there needs to be some systemic changes going on at the State Department to recalibrate the entire agency to make it more in tune with who our friends are and who our enemies are. John Bolton knows not only what to do, but he knows how to do it, and I think he knows some people he needs to get rid of.
Okay. But again, the breaking news that you can see down there is that Mayor Giuliani has removed his name apparently from consideration for a job in the Trump administration. Very surprising. We hope you don't remove your name, Mike Huckabee. We still hope that you're in the running.